Anime. An epic.
What the? He's fast! Shit! The lead! Go for the lead!
Sad.
Yugi lost! Yugi gave his Duel Monsters Championship crown to some nobody? No one deserves that title but me!
And an often weird medium.
Sensei!
Did you touch your boobs? If only I had the time to be really thorough. But class isn't going to teach itself, is it, children?
What exactly went on in there, sir? Miss Yellowbitch has been stuffed into a tastefully retro gym outfit.
It would take longer to describe the things he did to this body than it did for him to do them.
Full of hundreds, if not thousands, of fantastic shows from all genres for people of all ages to enjoy. With openings so intense they could blow both your eardrums. To fights so epic they could even make the most stone-faced reviewers crack a smile with the sheer oomph of what's happening on screen. Anime truly does have something for everyone. But if you've seen the title of the video or have even watched anime in the past, then you'll know it's not always the peak that shows have to offer. Welcome to Anime Hot Takes. I'm Sean and I'm here to tell you what I believe to be the worst anime of all time, which is based on what I've watched personally. To start off, let me lay down the ground rules of what I mean by worst anime. Obviously I could just choose some obscure anime with almost no budget that no one has heard of and call it the worst anime, but that would just be cheating and would not be much of an enjoyable video to watch. Or on the other hand, I could choose a really sus anime that is clearly targeted towards a very specific audience that is clearly not a chunky Sigma male like myself. So for this video, I'm only choosing from the animes I have finished in their entirety and which I believe made a full attempt at making an anime of high quality. And also an anime that most of the people watching this video would have heard of, so sorry to all you simps out there, but Hensuki will not be my pick for this video, I apologize. Let's not waste any more time and get to the reason you all clicked on this video. I have watched over 26 days of anime in my 5 to 10 years since I properly started watching, and recently I've been trying to watch at least one anime from each genre to get a full grasp on what good anime is. One anime in particular I'd seen recommended a fair amount both online and also from a few of my friends who watch anime. When hearing the premise I was excited as it sounded like my sort of show, but upon actually watching said show, my god, I was so wrong and my hopes were almost immediately crushed. And the show that did said crushing was none other than Hellsing Ultimate.
Excellent. I haven't had this much fun in ages. What did you say your name was?
With a score of 8.2 out of 10 on MyAnimeList and 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, with a 93% of Google users liking this show, as well as one of my close friends at the time highly recommending the show to me, I went into this with the bar set quite high. With me being a huge fan of more mature or brutal action animes, and also being a big fan of vampires and the lore surrounding them, I was heavily expecting this anime to become one of my favourites, and boy was I sorely mistaken. But now, before any of you Hellsing stands come at me in the comments to tell me why I'm wrong, please let me run through my main reasons why Hellsing is the worst anime I myself have ever had the displeasure of consuming. Now this should go without saying, but I'm going to be spoiling the living hell out of the anime and talking about the main plot points including the ending, so if you have not yet or plan to watch it, then now would be the time to click off of the video. And who knows, maybe you'll agree with me when you do eventually watch it. The story of Hellsing is mid at best, and I have some big issues with the directions the plot ended up going in. The first main issue I have with the plot is for a short anime of only 10 episodes, now granted they are longer than your normal anime episodes, it had way too much going on and not enough time to flesh out anything considering how many characters and stories they were trying to cram in there. When the premise was explained to me, I was only told specifically about Alucard, the main vampire that which the plot revolves around, fighting against the church who has a very skilled priest named Father Alexander who is trying to kill him. But over the course of the anime, he has storylines with the Catholic Church.
We'll meet again, Helsing.
Elite SWAT teams.
Open sesame. Good work, soldiers.
Weird, powered, chav people.
What up, bitch?
We'll have no more of that.
And the goddamn Nazi party even gets involved and takes over as the main villains out of seemingly nowhere.
Oh, butler, mix me up some Verhoeven cocoa and bring it right away, and don't hold back on the cream and sugar.
The freaking Queen of England comes into the show at one point.
It's been a very long time, vampire. Come closer, let me look at you.
Okay, now, this may be a bit hard to explain, but my most hated aspect of the show is also my favourite part of the show, and that is Alucard himself. Alucard is a ridiculously brutal vampire who has 2 guns and a wide range of not very well explained powers at his disposal. The problem comes with how brokenly overpowered he is right off the bat, when the entire plot revolves around watching Alucard fight and killing several different factions, and with him also being the main character of the show, or at least the one which everything centers around, you would expect him to at least struggle in at least some of the fights, especially early on in the anime, so you can actually, see his powers grow as the story progresses, but no, right off rip he is virtually unstoppable and absolutely destroys any obstacle that gets thrown at him throughout the entire show. This was cool for maybe the first couple of fights, but when he's not even under threat of getting beat, these fights quickly lose any interest to me, as it's never a mystery as to who's going to win, like it is with other anime when fighters are usually near each other's power level. With that being said, his fight scenes were also the best part of the show, and I was getting so bored when they kept writing him out of the plot to let other characters struggle and die, only to have Alucard show up when they're finally about to lose and just run through all of the bad guys anyway. The final few episodes of the climax sees Alucard facing off against tens of thousands of soldiers, as well as fighting Father Alexander during the final battle. As per the usual, Alucard kills literally everyone. At least he struggled this time, I guess. And then, after all that, he f***ing dies to some random thought just jumping into his bloodstream while he's not looking to poison him, and that's how you kill off Alucard? I sat there for the remainder of the episode absolutely gobsmacked at the sheer audacity of the creators, making him win so many absolutely ridiculous fights and giving him near godlike powers, only to have him die in such a bitch way to a random side character bad guy who I can't even remember the name of. And to make it even better, an after credit scene at the end of the anime has him return years later, so he doesn't even stay dead. They couldn't even stick to that, and he is now back to full form again by the end of the episode. What an absolute train wreck of a plot.
Killing oneself takes some time, and in my situation, there was a lot of self to kill.
With all of the English dubs of anime I've ever watched in the past, the voice acting is usually fantastic, with some animes even hiring popular mainstream actors outside of anime from films or games, like Troy Baker, who's the voice actor of characters like Joel from The Last of Us, or Richard Armitage, who plays Thorin in the Hobbit trilogy.
And frankly, even if I were one of the weakest creatures on the planet, I'd be fine knowing you were weaker than me.
You're welcome, Elder. Can I accompany you to your train?
But good god, in this anime the voice acting was at times okay, but overall was terrible, and even painful to listen to at some parts, and it sounded more like a fan-made spoof dub than an actual official dub done with real actors.
And now, for our next trick, check out door number 3!
Who the hell are you people? What did you hope to accomplish here?
Perhaps, but you're nothing but weak. You're worthless.
So I'm a vampire. Sorry, but where am I?
Now, this is a more personal issue I have with the show, and that is that it doesn't have an opening. While openings don't necessarily make or break an anime, the opening can skyrocket an otherwise good to great anime into the realm of pure Now, what I do when I finish an anime, well, one is add it to my anime list. The next thing I love to do is go and add all of its best openings to my song playlist to listen to later. Plus, the opening is just a great way of getting the viewer hyped for this shit that's about to hit the fan during each episode. So the anime not having one meant I didn't even have a banging tune to look forward to at the start of each episode, or while I'm going about my day doing Sigma male activities. Now, I could go on and on about all the other things with this anime that I hated, but rewatching parts of the show to gather the clips to make this video is making me want to ingest my monitor, so I think I'm just going to leave it here. For the final score, I give Hellsing Ultimate a solid 2 out of 10. An argument could be made to up that to 3, but I'm a generous man and I felt 2 was more than fair. Hey fellow anime enjoyers, if you're still here, that means you've made it through my first video. This channel is young, so any and all support would be greatly appreciated. I plan on making videos on many different anime of all kinds, so stay tuned if you want to hear more spicy hot takes in the future. Leave a like if you agree, and comment your own thoughts on Hellsing, as well as other anime you'd like my opinions on. If you disagree and want to let me know, then go ahead and leave a like on this video, because positivity is the only true cure for negativity. And please try to be respectful to each other in the comments. I know how toxic the community can get when a popular anime gets slated, but try not to take it out on each other. By all means, abuse me all you want in the comments. I wouldn't have gone through all the effort to make this video voicing my opinions if I myself couldn't take criticism. So please let me know your honest opinions on what you think on my take here in the comment, and I will be responding to every comment to keep the discussion going. Thank you all again for watching. I will see you in the next video for another completely validated opinion.